Hi all CLAT 21 aspirants. The much awaited CLAT notification has come out, and CLAT 21, the common gateway, the common entrance test for 22 national law universities of India is happening on 13 June 2021. It was earlier announced for May, but it got postponed to 13 June this time. The official website to access details about CLAT 21 and to fill your registration form is consortiumofnlus.ac.in. In this session, in this video, we'll discuss how to fill the form, what are the important registration details for CLAT 21. So stay tuned. Let's have a look at which are the 22 national law universities that are participating in CLAT 21. So this is an exhaustive list of all the NLUs, and for your reference, we have also put the cutoffs for each of these colleges by the third list in CLAT 2020. So these were the last ranks that got into these colleges as per the third list, the final list. And for your reference, we have also given you a score line understanding. So All India rank 100 was at 92.75 out of 150. All India rank was 300 was at 86.5 out of 150. So that gives you an understanding that if CLAT 21 is going to be similar to CLAT 2020 in the difficulty level, this is the kind of score line that you should be looking at achieving. Moving on to important dates, the applications have opened from 1st Jan 2021 and the registration deadline is 31st March 21. Test, as we discussed, is happening on 13 June 2021. The exam will be from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. That's what we know as of now. There may be a date change, but we should be ready for this date. We should not speculate or wait for further announcements, further postponements. We should be ready for these dates. After the exam is over, we are expecting the post-result online counseling process to start from July, and the colleges should also commence from either July or August if everything goes as per the plan. 60,000 plus students are expected to compete for 2,300 plus seats at the top NLUs through CLAT 2021. It's going to be an offline exam, and that will be conducted at test centers across 68 cities in India. What is the eligibility? 12th standard appearing and past students can write CLAT exam, and you should have acquired at least 45% or above marks in your 12th standard, or 40% or above for the SC/ST category students. 12th standard appearing students can also write the exam right now. They will have to submit their 12th standard mark sheet at the time of admission. There's no upper age limit to write CLAT, just like every year. The selection process in CLAT is completely based on your performance in CLAT exam. All India rank will be allotted to you, and the NLU allotment will take place through an online counseling process, which will happen in 3 rounds. It's based on your merit cum preference. So they will first see how much you have scored, what is your All India rank, and then they will see which is your preferred NLUs among the top 22 colleges, and they will allot you a college on a best case scenario basis. What is your merit and what is your preference among the colleges? If we talk about the tiebreaker, if you get tied on the same score with someone else, the person who has higher marks in legal aptitude is given the higher rank, or else higher age is given the preference, or else there will be a computerized draw of lots. Now, talking about the CLAT 21 test pattern, there is no change from CLAT 2020. In CLAT 2020, there was a significant revision of the test pattern. So the entire paper still remains reading based. You need to develop your reading stamina and your reading speed. These are the 5 sections and the approximate number of questions in each section. Total of 150 questions which you have to answer in 2 hours. And the marking scheme remains the same: 1 mark for every correct answer and minus 0.25 for every wrong attempt. So negative marking stays. Now let's come to the form filling process. Before you start filling the form, before you start the registration process, please make sure you have these things ready. A front-facing passport size photograph, a recent photograph, something that you've clicked in the last 3 months or 6 months latest. a signature. So what do you have to do with the signature? You have to write it on a white paper with a black ink pen and scan it. Similarly, your passport size photograph should also be in soft copy, and it should be in a JPG format. Category certificate, if it's applicable to you, relevant certificate for PWD students, person with disability, relevant certificate for below poverty line. If any of these is applicable to you, you need a PDF file for these certificates. A relevant certificate for your domicile state. So domicile state is somewhere where you have been usually resident for a long period of time. You don't need it now. You will need to be submitting it at the time of admission. You don't need to upload it right now in the form. Please be very clear. But if you are claiming domicile of a certain state, so among the 22 national law universities, there are quite a few NLUs which have reservation for their state candidates. So please check which state you are a domicile of and whether the NLUs of that state have a domicile reservation quota for you. Then please do get the domicile certificate made. Also, your card and net banking details are required for online payment. Application fees is 4,000 rupees. Now, how do you begin the registration? Let me show you the official website. So this is the official website, consortium of nlus.ac.in. You have to go to this website and click on CLAT 21. First, there is a mini registration process. So you have to click on don't have an account, click on register. They will ask for your basic details, name, mobile number, email ID, password. So enter the mobile number where you want to receive all the updates and enter the email ID where you want to receive all the updates. Please provide a permanent number and a permanent email ID here. Okay. Once you finish this off, there is going to be an OTP which is going to be sent to your mobile number and email. Enter that OTP here and your account details will be validated. Once you have your login ID and password, so mobile number becomes your login and password is what you have set for yourself. Use that mobile number and password to log into the registration form. Once you log in, this is the window that you will see. An application form will open up for you. First, you will have to enter the personal information in which you have to first upload your photograph and your signature, as I just told you. The applicant name has to be mentioned here as per 12th standard mark sheet or certificate. So please check what will be the name on your 12th standard mark sheet as it appears on your 12th standard certificate mark sheet. The same should be mentioned here as per your board details. Okay, so please check with your school if you're not sure, or with your board. The name has to be mentioned very carefully. Select your gender, date of birth, father's name, mother's name, nationality, resident status. So if you're living in India, you need to leave this part blank. If you're not an NRI or overseas citizen, just leave it at that. You don't have to select anything from here. Select all India categories. So as may be applicable to you, general, OBC, SC or ST. If you're in the EWS category, select yes, otherwise select no. NRI sponsored. So a lot of colleges, a lot of NLUs have some seats that are called NRI sponsored seats. In that, if you have a close relative who can sponsor your education, then you can apply for the NRI sponsored seats also. You can check the individual websites of each of the national law universities. Every NLU has a different criteria and eligibility for the NRI sponsored seats. Please do check their website, and if you are applying, select yes. If you select yes here in the NRI sponsored seat, it doesn't affect your general candidature in any way. So if you are applying for some reserved seats, it just adds to your possibility of getting a seat. It doesn't impact your general candidature. So you will be considered for general seats nevertheless, whether you are given a reservation quota or not. So don't worry about that. Are you belonging to the PWD category? Select yes or no. BPL category, select yes or no, and please select your domicile state very carefully. Now this is one place where you have to check what are the rules of domicile for your state. So the state where you have been born, done your 10th, 12th, where you have lived for the longest time, just check with that state whether you are eligible for domicile or not. Most of the states have this process online, so you can just Google and find out domicile requirement for state of Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, as maybe in your case. Okay, moving on to the communication details. So you will fill up your communication details, your address, postal address completely, your permanent address, your mobile number, and you should also enter an alternative contact number, maybe one of your parents' number you should be entering here. Qualifying exam details is the next section. So here you have to enter 10+2 or its equivalent, and you have to select the stream that you are in, arts, commerce, humanities, or others. Your board you have to enter here. So Maharashtra HSC, State Board, CBSE. Please mention the full name of the board. So if you are in CBSE, mention it like Central Board of Secondary Education, New Delhi. Select appearing or appeared if you are still in 12th standard. If you are going to give the exam this year, if you do not have your 12th standard result yet, please select appearing or appeared. The month of passing will be the month in which you are expecting the 12th standard result to come out. Write that as the month. And year of passing should also be the year in which you are appearing for your 12th standard. Percentage you have to enter up to 2 decimals. If you do not have your 12th mark sheet yet, you can leave this field blank. Moving on to the next step, that is preferences. So you have to give 3 test center preferences where you will be able to go and take the test. Usually you are allotted the first preference, so don't worry too much about that. Select first preference as the city where you are located and where you don't mind and going and taking the exam. Test center 2 and 3 can be the next best convenient centers for you. As I said, usually you get your first preference, so don't worry too much about what to put in second and third, but second and third should be something that is most convenient to you. So for Mumbai students, for example, they can select Mumbai's first, second as Thane, and third as Navi Mumbai. So that means they're going to get a center as close as possible. Similarly, Delhi students can select Delhi, Noida, Ghaziabad, or something similar. You have to enter 3 different test center preferences. You can't select Mumbai, Mumbai, Mumbai in all 3. This is the rule. Okay. Moving on to the next step. By the way, this time in CLAT, they are not asking for your NLU preferences at this stage. They will be asking for your NLU preferences after the results are out. So that one important step is not there in the form. So I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but we don't need to worry about it right now. Just fill up the form as it is given right now. Okay, now comes the most important step, reservation. So when you come to the reservation stage, you have to select all the applicable category which are applicable as a reservation quota for you. So for example, if you are a domicile of Madhya Pradesh, by default you will be considered for general domicile of Madhya Pradesh. But if there is any additional categories that are applicable to you at any of the NLUs, please make sure you tick mark everything that is applicable to you. You are just going to increase your chances of getting a seat under some or the other quota. Okay? But do be very careful about it. Whatever you claim here, and if they allot you a seat under this quota, after the results at the time of your admission, you will have to submit the relevant documents and prove your candidature. Otherwise, they can simply disqualify you from the process if you are not able to prove this particular reservation quota and if you've been allotted a seat under this. Okay, so please be careful. You can check with your local IMS center what should be the criteria for any of these categories if you are confused. But please take up this step very carefully. After doing all these things, and as I said, make maximum check marks as you can. So don't worry about which colleges you want to go to, which colleges you don't want to go to. Just mark everything that is applicable to you under these reservation categories. After doing all this, you have to select this checkbox. I do solemnly confirm. And so basically it's a disclaimer statement that you are confirming and affirming everything that you've stated in this form, and you click on submit form. Okay, once you submit, what comes is this page. The next page shows you your application details, and this status will show as submitted but payment pending. So this is the last step. I would suggest you that before you make the payment, just go and check your application form entirely once again for any errors, any small mistakes, because if you make any mistake, they cannot change your form details. You will have to completely fill a new form and you will lose the application fee that you have provided for this form. So before the payment, just check once everything again. And then you go to the make payment stage, where you have to select the application fee payment. And do you want previous year question paper? So if you want previous year's question paper, if you select yes, there is going to be another charge of 500 rupees. But I would suggest that you can skip this. At least at IMS, we are going to be doing past paper workshops in our classes, or we'll be giving them as a study part of your study material, but we'll be covering them. And anyways, the past papers of CLAT are much different from what CLAT is today. So only CLAT 2020 is exactly the same pattern as CLAT 2021. Okay. So you have to confirm the amount and confirm the payment, which will take you to the next step, that is the payment stage. Now, this is where you may want to call your parents for the payment. Click on pay now. And then you have to enter your standard details, the email ID, your contact number. Okay, then you have to select card, net banking, or UPI as may be applicable to you. So whichever mode is most convenient to you, you can just pay using that. And once you have made the payment, just go back to your login once again, and you should be able to see the status as application submitted and payment confirmed. Only when you see that the application process is completed, that's when you should be relaxed. Do not leave it at this stage where you have not made the payment. Otherwise, your form will not be considered. Right? Now, coming back to the basic details. So after your registration process is over, after the completion, please check the application status. You don't have to complete this whole form filling in one sitting. You have an option to, do a few steps and then keep coming back to the form later. But make sure, very importantly, retain a hard copy of your application form that has been submitted, your fee receipt, and also your ID and password. So your ID is going to be your mobile number only, but remember the password. So keep a simple password that you can remember, because your entire process, online counseling, results, everything will be declared online, and you need your password to access your account. So that brings us to the end. Coming up on this channel, we have form filling guidance videos for other law entrance tests also. Just like this one for CLAT, we are going to have step-by-step form filling videos for other tests also. So make sure you subscribe to this channel. We'll also have prep strategy videos and webinars by top law mentors on various law entrance exams. And we have been doing an Ignite series in which we are calling lawyers from various fields, sports law, corporate law, IPR, Supreme Court advocates, who are coming and talking to our children and sharing their day-to-day life experience. So please subscribe to this channel for staying updated about everything that is happening at IMS Get Set Law. Thank you so much for watching this. Wish you all the best for CLAT 21.